were having a product council meeting at Momentum, which is typically a big room full of people having a great conversation around what they see as being most problematic in their business. And the simple ask was, can you help me have visibility inside of forecasting and replenishment to understand not just total volume, but more discrete segments? And what we found was it's a tremendous amount of time dealing with both demand disruptions as well as potentially supplies.
Here we have a direct communication line with the customer. So we get first-hand experience on the challenges, what they're running into, and we get a personal rapport in that case as well. So what exactly they're looking for, how we are solving it, and how it is benefiting their business.
There's a lot of people on the product council very active. A lot of conversations. They are completely honest. They are not bashful about saying, hey, here's some things that we'd like to see. Product management and R&D take those ideas, develop them into something that's actually useful in the tool itself.
That was kind of the origin of the process. And so we took that idea, took it back to the lab, so to speak, and started to build out the concept of CCIO. So in the past, the way a wholesaler would plan their inventory is based on gross movement outside of their DC. But it's all kind of blended together, right? It's one number. How much did I ship of this widget today, and irrespective of whom I shipped it to? CCIO gives a wholesaler the ability to analyze their individual customers, especially their largest customers, and understand their specific business behaviors and demand patterns. Then it gives them the ability to translate that into, and what is the impact on my ability to serve them?
So if you look at the life of a typical buyer, they have a lot of responsibilities, they have a lot of SKUs to manage. Sometimes they're responsible even for interfacing with the vendors, right? So given the time that they have and the list of exceptions, that forecasting exceptions that may be generated by a typical forecasting system, right? What we have seen is that a buyer has a few seconds to decide whether the SKU has an appropriate forecast. They need to take a lot of decisions. So it's important that they understand why that exception happened.
So they have to go back to their host system and reconcile what the inventory was, what really happened, who took that inventory, and then come back to the Manhattan application and see, oh, that there was a promotion going on for a specific customer and they took all the inventory. That's why we have a problem here. So we said, okay, why do you have to go back and forth across two different systems? We should have all the inventory, all the demand being interfaced here by customer in one place.
So what we have done allows them to have that visibility in the system itself, in DFIO itself. So as they are working on their forecasting exceptions, they don't need to go anywhere.
It's visual. I can look at this couple of graphs, couple of quick, easy to read graphs, and it tells a quick story really fast. It takes away the need to go through pages and pages of numbers that you either have to export into Excel and try to do some sort of calculation from that. It gives you an immediate sense of sequence and priority.
So we give them this visibility so that the buyer can make a better decision in the few seconds that they have to spend on the SKU. They have complete visibility to where the demand came from. The second benefit would be that because we know how much your customers are ordering, we have the ability to optionally forecast the customer's demand separately. You have the ability to figure out, based on previous events that the customer has had, what is the lift that in orders that you will see from that customer. So that allows you to better buy and better prepare yourself to that key customer's event, and it'll allow you to service the customer's demand in a better way.
But ultimately what we're really driving for, it's decreasing inventory and increasing your order fill rates. That's the bottom line for the wholesaler. If we can accomplish those things and save them time, then that's a win-win.
Best part of my job is when we go out there and we show some new feature or even an older feature that they're just now starting to use, and people sit back saying, that's going to make my job so much easier. I now have a tool that I can use that's going to make my day quicker, it's going to make my job easier, it's going to make my results better. I have all kinds of new things to work with now. That's the best part about it.